The next installment in the popular horror series The Conjuring 4, that is, The Conjuring Last Rites, continues to follow the exploits of paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. Director Michael Chaves hinted early on that there would be connections between The Nun 2 and The Conjuring Last Rites. Is there a Conjuring 4 getting released? One of the most popular horror franchises of today, The Conjuring, will continue with The Conjuring Last Rites, and there have been numerous teases about what Ed and Lorraine Warren will experience in The Conjuring 4. The Conjuring television series chronicles the exploits of Ed, played by Patrick Wilson, and Lorraine Warren, played by Vera Farmiga, a married couple who are actual demonologists and paranormal investigators. The Conjuring Last Rites is the latest installment in one of the most lore-heavy paranormal film franchises. The Conjuring films are dramatic embellishments of their numerous incidents from the 1970s and 1980s, with spin-offs that also include a lot of fabricated components. Following a number of spin-offs that use situations not covered in the core Conjuring films, including the Annabelle franchise, and films like The Nun and The Curse of La Llorona, The Conjuring 4 will debut. There is a lot of conjecture around the upcoming major The Conjuring movie, especially after the 2023's The Nun 2 demonstrated that the franchise is still terrifying as ever. It will be interesting to see which of the many Ed and Lorraine Warren cases the Conjureverse decides to take up next. There are many more that demand to be made into motion pictures. The latest information regarding The Conjuring 4 was released on September 8, 2023, not long after The Nun 2 was released. Michael Chaves, the director, provided an update on The Conjuring Last Rites and discussed the significance of the scene from The Nun's post-credit sequence for the upcoming Conjuring film. Chaves revealed that the screenplay and climactic narrative of the fourth Conjuring picture are still in progress in an interview with Slash Film, but he also touched on the similarities between The Conjuring 4 and the conclusion of The Nun 2. They may still be writing it, in my opinion. They continue to work on it. The Conjuring Last Rites is undoubtedly on the way. Regarding Maurice's exorcism, it has always been a focal point and a major point in the chronology, although it's open to interpretation. It might go a few different ways since, in my opinion, a lot of factors need to line up. I would definitely witness a crossover of all Conjuring demons as an audience member. I'm not allowed to reveal any information about what's being produced, but I can assure you that things will end dramatically. I'm aware that Last Rites will have a fantastic finale, but I'm not sure what or who will be in it. Creator of the Conjuring franchise, James Wan, formally announced the arrival of The Conjuring 4 in October of 2022. David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick, the author of The Conjuring 2 and 3, is now working on the script for the next Conjuring film, which New Line Cinema is currently putting into production. The Conjuring Last Rites will once again be co-produced by Peter Safran and James Wan. James Wan has made suggestions that The Conjuring 4 would mark the series' conclusion. In an interview via Collider, Wan stated that he and his team take our time to make sure we get it right and to make sure the emotion of the Warren stories that we want to tell and moving into and potentially wrapping up, we just want to make sure that it's the right thing, the right story that we're telling. This is part of the reason he's been so thoughtful with the upcoming Conjuring films. Though nothing has been confirmed as of yet, it's possible that James Wan's epic horror tale comes to an end with The Conjuring 4. That does not imply, however, that The Conjuring 4 will be the final tale revealed. According to rumors, HBO Max, now simply Max, is developing a Conjuring TV series that will pick up where the films leave off. Beyond its announcement on April 12, 2023, not much is known about the Conjuring TV series. What about the release date and cast of the movie? Although The Conjuring 4 has received the green light, The Conjuring Last Rites release date is still unknown. The first and second Conjuring films were released 3 years apart, and The Devil Made Me Do It and the second came out 5 years apart. The Conjuring 4 is anticipated to require a comparable amount of time to complete and may be released in 2024 or 2025. As of right now, only 2 casting choices for The Conjuring 4 have been made. Vera Farmiga as Lorraine Warren and Patrick Wilson as Ed Warren. Their daughter Judy Warren is the only other member of the Conjuring ensemble who might make a cameo in the next episode. The actress who plays her, though, is still undetermined. In the first two installments of The Conjuring, Sterling Jarrens portrayed Judy Warren. Having said that, McKenna Grace played the actress in a recasting of Annabelle Comes Home. The Conjuring 4 cast will feature a completely new cast of people as the Warrens take on a new paranormal investigation. One of the more effective instances of a non-Marvel or DC movie universe is the Conjuring universe. Undoubtedly, Warner Brothers views The Conjuring as a consistently profitable brand, which is why The Conjuring Last Rites, the latest installment in the series, is officially in the works. What is the story in Conjuring 4? We currently don't know anything about the new Conjuring movie plot. Given that The Devil Made Me Do It concluded in 1981, a 1980s setting is assumed for The Conjuring Last Rites biopic. The Warrens had many instances during the decade that may be the inspiration for the plot of the next movie, and Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga would reprise their roles as Ed and Lorraine Warren. To keep the series interesting, the producers might aim to steer clear of the Warrens' more well-known cases from 1986, since they had a case that later served as a loose inspiration for the 2009 movie The Haunting in Connecticut. The terrible tale of the Smurl haunting, which the Warrens looked into in 1986, is one case they may employ. Whatever the case, the possibility of an unclear conclusion to the Conjuring 4 plot is indicated by the news that a new TV series based on the paranormal is in development. It was said that the Conjuring TV series would carry on the plot from the films when it was first revealed. The Arne Cheyenne Johnson trial in 1981, which served as the central premise of The Conjuring 3, is most likely where the series will begin, given the Conjuring movies often follow a straight chronological sequence. The Nun 2's post-credits scene contained a few little plot hints for The Conjuring 4. The Nun 2 sequel concluded with a sequence showcasing Ed and Lorraine Warren's comeback to the series. The brief sequence serves as a clear setup for The Conjuring Last Rites, the next installment in the Conjuverse after The Nun 2, even though it doesn't reveal any plot details. Let us look into Conjuring 3 and how it sets up the sequel that is Conjuring 4. The Conjuring 3 was a great continuation of the franchise and offered multiple avenues for future installments. The Conjuring movie series rarely has obvious story themes that carry over from one installment to the next. Instead, it relies on character development, foreshadowing, and building on clues from the first film to unfold in the follow-up. During their battle with the occultists in The Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It, Ed and Lorraine, who are demonologists, were able to have Arne Johnson's prison term lowered. Even though that specific story may be concluded, there are still a lot of important character and plot points from the third episode that should be included in the sequel. Did you enjoy the Conjuring film series? What do you hope to see in the upcoming Conjuring 4 film? Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section. For more interesting stories and updates, subscribe to our channel and do not forget to press the bell icon for notifications. Goodbye!